Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Eagles coming in at 3-4, going up against the Panthers, who come in at 3-4.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. On first down, it's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back to throw, Newton. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. 18 yards there and a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go.
And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Play clock winding down. Now a first down throw for Newton. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And the wideout in motion. They fake the give. Newton. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he motions the wide receiver. They snap it to Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and it'll be a Carolina first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Defense showing blitz. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Double tight. All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Powering his way forward. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Third down now following the completed pass. And the D looking like they may blitz. Looking to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A shotgun snap for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, Newton. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming them.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. K1 short. In there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
13, watch 13. Ohio, flex round,
From the gun, Browning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Newton flush to his right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Watch tight end, tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll go option to the short side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And for how much Cam handles the football, he really doesn't fumble a whole lot, but coughed it up there.
And I know that a lot of people seeing that play, they immediately go back to the Super Bowl against Denver and Von Miller knocking it free from Cam. But I think you're exactly right. One of the underrated aspects of his game, he's fundamentally sound when he carries the football. Whether he's in the pocket or actually running it, he usually does a great job of taking care of it.
He'll have to shake that one off.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll set up to throw. And some room to roam now. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch him now, Barney. Set. No. Check.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17 to 3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. after the penalty, it's McCoy. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Check 31. Check 31. Leopard. All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Panthers coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Looking to throw. Browning. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Newton. Eluding. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They're going to look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Detroit! Detroit! Landed! Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Over, 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 over.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
Here we go. Ohio.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Watch it now. Back over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake here on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go. Ohio.
Throwing again. Browning. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted. but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. A final shot before break. Browning. And an alley to run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And tough starting field position here. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And the wideout in motion. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's got Moncrief. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. The shotgun snap for Newton. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Watch 30. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Green.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Here we go. Ohio.
And he motions the wide receiver. They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, now, look at 56. Leopard. Detroit. All right, here we go. Leopard. Detroit. Over. Watch it. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right on the 30-yard line.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue,
Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Mac Hollins, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
20.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Room here to run. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down following the run. From the gun, Browning. And he rifles one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun, 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 gun. Switch. Detroit, Detroit.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. That's it. Ready? Wake up. Hey, go down. Go down.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Wake up.
Here's Newton now on second down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All day, baby. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey! You're on an island over there. Wake up. Receiver. Do something.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Crash. Here we go. Ohio.
Off play action. Browning. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Panthers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and a mile. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Got his target, Samuel. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Newton on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Newton to throw. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Operating from the gun. Browning. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to kick points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Detroit! Left back 99 Philly, here we go! Over! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Over!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
Here we go now. 3-19. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Off play action. Newton. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And complete to Zach Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Hey, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
All right, here we go.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
Leopard. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Newton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Check three.
Third down and 1.
Slam. Now let's go. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go.
And the play clock's running down. Looking to throw on second down. Browning. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
That's it. 180. Come on now. Watch 10. Do something.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
I was going to say surprise, surprise. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Carolina 1st down. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Come on, let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Flex round.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. Browning. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now back to throw. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Now let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Let's go. Leopard.
Looking to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Burton. And down inside the 15 he goes. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Carolina, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.